This is the NFL on EA Sports, and we are in the Pacific Northwest at CenturyLink Field in Seattle, Washington. These folks love their football in Seattle. This was the scene a moment ago as the home squad came out of the tunnel, and it was just absolutely deafening in this building. They're set for football, so are we, as the Seahawks get set to match up with Dak Prescott and the Dallas Cowboys. Marr now to kick this one away. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he'll be brought down at the 23, make it the 24-yard line.
Green 80! 55! Hold up. Watch the pass.
This is the Oklahoma State alum, Chris Carson. And up to the 35 before they're able to knock him down. The drive starting with a first down, 11 yards on that pickup. And now a timeout called by the Cowboys defense. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Now it's Carson. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. That'll pick up the first down for Seattle on a gain of 18.
And there we see an early burst that makes him one of the leading rushers in the league.
Well, I want you to know, I listened to you yesterday when we were watching film. You said write down the word vision for him. It was on display there, wasn't it?
It certainly was, because he allows the blocks to set up in front of him. And if that continues, it could be a long afternoon for those guys trying to play some defense.
The NFL on EA Sports brings us to North Carolina and Bank of America Stadium here in Charlotte. Just a few moments ago, this building was shaking as the Carolina Panthers emerged from the tunnel here in Charlotte. They are ready to go with Dak Prescott and the Dallas Cowboys. Marr now to kick this one away. This fielded at the 2. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line.
Here we go. Right to the 3. 8.
Pull it together.
Hey, watch that. Check 54.
On 1st and 10, Newton. And the Cowboys pressure gets there this time for the sack. Defensive end DeMarcus Lawrence applied the heat. That's called setting the tone right away.
It certainly is, and it lets you know just how important communication is amongst the offensive line. They talk about it all the time, knowing each other's moves. You've got to be coordinated and in sync. Otherwise, your quarterback gets hit.
To try again after the sack. Newton. And he goes down. It's a sack. They get him back at his own 3-yard line. Malik Collins in there to drop him, and sacks on first and second downs. Now leads to a 3rd and long. After the sack, they'll come up now 3rd and long.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised to see them run the ball here just to try and get some space.
Throwing is Newton. They'll set up the screen to McCaffrey. And they'll hit him for a loss as he's back to his 2-yard line. They'll wind up losing 3 yards here. And that's going to bring up a 4th down. And he's able to get it out of there, and this is a pretty good kick. And this ball is going to be down now right at the 10-yard line. Good spot.
Well, someone's going to be happy with that effort. You know who else is going to be happy? His defense.
Absolutely.
He's created a very long field for that offense to try to traverse.
And he got some help from Mr. Football there, checking up nicely. Good English on that punt. So Prescott and the Cowboys now with a 1st and 10 from back at their own 10-yard line. Here's the first carry for Ezekiel Elliott. And out of bounds across the 15-yard line. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3.
A nice run here early on. It doesn't take a great play caller to realize you want to establish a guy of his caliber with runs like this early because they will pay dividends as the game progresses.
So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3. They'll try the sweep with Elliott. And they'll blow that one up back at the 16-yard line. It'll go as a loss of a yard, and it'll set up 3rd down.
Nice play right there to stop him behind the line, but I want to see how this defense continues to play him here in the first half.
Yeah, we know. You know better than I. He has the ability to take over a game. So what do you do?
Yeah, I think you have to make sure that you bottle him in at varying levels. Because if you crowd everyone to the line of scrimmage, if he breaks through, there's nothing but room to run.
Last play, they got stuffed at the line. Different story here, over 20 yards. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. From the pistol, here's Elliott. And he gets this one to midfield before he's brought down. Another strong gain on the last 2 plays. They've moved it a combined 33 yards.
And the Cowboys 1st down.
They run it for the first time with Tony Pollard. Back-to-back nice gains. That one for 14 yards and another first. So back-to-back big runs, picking apart this defense on the opening drive.
I thought this was a passing league. I thought this was the era we were in where the ball was always in the air, right?
They didn't get the memo.
And they didn't get the memo, and I know this to be true. Offensive linemen still, to this day, they want to run the football. They want to fire out and hit people across the line of scrimmage, and they're clearing space.
First down, and it's Pollard again. Nothing doing. Barely able to muster a yard to hit the 35.
Whenever we talk about the best strong safeties, one word constantly comes up, and that's instincts. Being able to diagnose run or pass and make the appropriate moves.
He crashed down hard there. He was ready for that running play. On 2nd down, Elliott. A gain of 2 there on the heels of a 1-yard pickup on 1st.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half. Maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
No score after 1 on EA Sports. Start of the second quarter, and it's the Cowboys in possession. They're on the march, but facing a 3rd down here. From the shotgun, it's Prescott. Cooper's got it. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. His first catch, and it's a pretty big one. They get the conversion on 3rd down. A first down carry by Elliott. Trying to run inside, but nothing there. Stop made there by Gerald McCoy. And as a defensive end, getting off the ball quickly, swarming to the football, making a tackle, that's what we saw right there.
Yeah, and that's what their job is. And really, a lot of the time, they have to throttle back a little bit in the run game because you know those defensive ends, they're like in a sprinter stance. They're just headed straight for the quarterback. That was good recognition on that play to hold them to no gain.
On second down now, it's Elliott. He will push his way down to about the 14. 2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for it.
I know that speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
On third down, it's Prescott. To the end zone, but it's incomplete.
That's a good job there creating the contact to force the incompletion. And now since it's fourth down, that should set up a field goal situation.
And a nice sigh of relief defensively to be able to hold them to 3. Marr able to put this one through. And the Cowboys are going to jump out to a 3-0 lead. A dozen plays on that drive that ends with the field goal.
Let's go ahead and break out some of the old chestnuts here, right, partner? Keep the ball in front, rally to it, and make the tackle, right? No big plays given up, no balls over your head. Bend, don't break.
Hold on. Chestnuts?
You like
Come
that
on,
one?
what does that mean, break out? Just because you break chestnuts?
I'm not sure about that, but I'm just going with why they said that. I have no idea.
The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. And on the first drive, 3 and out. I know that these are professional athletes, but I would imagine sometimes you get the nerves at the beginning of a game still, don't you?
Those don't ever go away. And typically, what I've heard from guys and what I remember from playing, if you don't have nerves at the start of a game, it's not going to be a great day for you. You're not really ready to play. So finding a way to harness those nerves and not let them affect you in a negative way, that's what all the guys are looking for.
They try to throw on second down, but this one is incomplete. Curtis Samuel, the intended target, and it's 3rd and 5. They come up now 3rd and 5 following the incomplete pass. From the gun, here's Newton. Escaping the pressure right. He can run for it, and he will. Newton able to use those legs and get past the marker to pick up the first. They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. Now Newton. And his throw's going to be incomplete. He was looking to get that one to DJ Moore. And it's second down. Well, Charles, as we peek back to week 1, what would you say were the positives for some teams or individuals that you took away?
Well, it started on opening night. Green Bay and their defense. Not necessarily Aaron Rodgers and what they did going into Chicago and winning. Kansas City, they picked right up where they left off with Patrick Mahomes. Explosive on offense. How about Baltimore and Lamar Jackson? He's not just a single-wing tailback, folks. He's a quarterback. And Tennessee, going into Cleveland, Marcus Mariota, Derrick Henry put up 43 points on the Browns.
We remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll take you to Orlando and Jonathan Coachman. Coach will have highlights and analysis of this first half, one that's featured no touchdowns as of yet on either side.
So his job's a little bit easier for this halftime.
We need to give the coach some highlights here.
Yes, we do.
Now yet another incompletion here as they fail to connect on third. More problems here on third down. They've converted only once so far in this first half.
And you know as well as I do in this league, if you don't win on third down, it makes it hard to win a ball game because then you're relying on your defense, you're relying on your special teams. You've got to get it done with your offensive unit.
They are going to go for it. It's Newton. Taking a shot for Samuel. And this is going to be incomplete. Boy, a real head-scratcher there. And it'll be a turnover on downs. Well, that, my friend, I guess is the definition of a head-scratcher. 4th and long, this stage of the game. What were they doing?
I just have to believe that he looked at the situation, still in the first half, decided there's a time to be aggressive. Now was it, because there's still time to make up for it if things don't go right. Of course, a lot of questions on this one, and look, I want to go for it as much as anyone.
But 4th and long?
Yeah, I don't think I would have there. That one seemed a little bit on the irrational side.
Fans might be a little angry at that one. They keep on the ground with Elliott. And he'll be taken down near the 20 at the 21. It was Eric Reed in on the stop. Well, we know he's an electric runner. Earlier this half, you were wondering how they were going to bottle him up at different levels. That was your suggestion. Some mixed results.
Yeah, certainly, because we have seen him bottled up at times. We've seen him play him very well. We've also seen him pop the cork a few times and get out of there, haven't we?
We have indeed. Pollard going to try the right side. And they'll bring him down at the 13-yard line. Now the Cowboys going to burn the first of their timeouts as they stop it here with just under 40 ticks to go in this first half. Could we get a touchdown in this first half after all? It's 1st and 10. Here's Elliott. And this play goes nowhere. Losing yardage back to the 15. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be 2nd down. On 2nd and 12, Prescott. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete. Oh, Amari Cooper couldn't pull it in there. And it's 3rd down. The Cowboys on 3rd down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd down and 12. Now Prescott. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. Michael Gallup in the final seconds of the first half. And the Cowboys, they push out in front further. Extra point by Marr, up and good. And the lead grows to 10-0. Following the touchdown, here's Marr to kick it away. Trying to get one more in here before the quarter breaks. A final shot before the break. Newton. He's going to look deep for more. And that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's 2nd down. So we have reached halftime with our score 10-0. As we send you to our EA studios in Orlando, here's Jonathan Coachman with our EA Sports Halftime Report. The Cowboys will get the football first here, and they have the lead as well as we are underway in quarter 3. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. They built a good first half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively.
At the 25-yard line.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10. They go to Elliott again. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26.
Absolutely love the effort there. The ability to flow from his inside spot and stop that one at the line of scrimmage. Nice linebacker play.
That's right, baby. Kill.
Prescott to throw it. And he'll have his man. That's Cooper. Oh, and now he bowls him over. A gain of 37.
That's just flat out a beautiful throw right there.
It was a rope. That's maybe the speed you would see on a slant, but he threw that downfield with that kind of pace.
Now, if he throws that one with any type of arc, puts a little air under it, that play doesn't happen. He had to fire it in there, and he did exactly that.
The Panther rush too strong. They get there and take him down. Kyle Love forced his way through, drops him for a loss of 10 yards. So now 20 yards to go on second down after the sack. Work to be done. To throw is Prescott. On the left side, Gallup's got it. A nice pickup there, 19 yards. And they're set up better for third.
The goal for any offense versus a zone defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball on the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there. Perfectly executed crossing route. Complete to Jason Witten. And he gets the first down here as he's taken down at the 24. Dak finding his tight end Witten, and the Cowboys have a first down. On first down, Elliott. And he's going to lose yardage and be backed up to the 25. It's a loss of a yard there, and now second down.
I know the scouting report on him is that he doesn't possess the eye discipline to be an elite linebacker. What that means is his ability to read, react, and make a play. But on that one, he looked like one of those guys.
On second and 11 now. Prescott, he's got the first down inside the 10. And this is caught. It's Cooper. That one good for a first down pickup of 18 yards.
Let's go, team. Big series right here. We got to step it up.
Now Elliott. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. And give him 5 that time as they draw a bit closer here for a second and goal. From the 2 now, second and goal. They'll try to run it in with Elliott. And he'll get in. Touchdown, Cowboys. Taking it in from 2 yards out. And the Cowboys, they push out in front further.
That drive that really increased their cushion felt very military to me. Very precise, methodical. That's one of the words you've taught me. And they just got it done.
And slowly but surely now starting to pull away a little bit. Things looking good for them here in the third quarter.
Not only pulling away, but you mentioned that slowly but surely. You also drain clock, too, with a drive like that. So you really give yourself an advantage.
This will be fielded at the 6. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28-yard line. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And their halftime hole now even deeper. They need a big drive here just to answer the first touchdown of the second half. And they get to Newton and take him down for the sack. Off the edge, it's Tyrone Crawford with a sack. And they need to work to at least get some of this yardage back after the sack. Second and 19. Finding room at the 30. So they'll get a little extra time to come up with his third down play as we've played 3 quarters. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Newton on third down. And he will find his man. That's Hogan, complete. 13 yards as the quick slant keeps the drive moving. On first down, it's Newton. He's going to loft one deep left side here. And that is incomplete. Showed off the arm strength there, but to no avail. Second down. Another wayward pass. You know, things started out poorly in this game, and to be frank, they just really haven't gotten much better.
And all that does is embolden a secondary. They feel good about what's going on, and they just play better and better.
Pressure from his right, and he goes down hard, flat on his back. DeMarcus Lawrence able to get in there for his second sack of the afternoon. So now Cam leads the Panthers up following the sack. Carolina facing 3rd and long. The shotgun snap for Newton. He's going to look deep down the field. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down. Another incompletion. You know, it's a wonder he's still moving around back there the number of times he's been sacked.
Yeah, he's staying out there, isn't he? And you don't think about it much in a game like this, but he's showing incredible leadership. Still competing, still fighting, not taking himself out of a ball game that appears lost.
Their already slim hopes are going to ride on this one. They'll go on 4th down. The Panthers going for it on 4th. Newton taking a shot for Samuel. And it's knocked away and incomplete. Ron. The gambling type, but he comes up empty here. And Dallas, they'll take over in terrific field position. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Elliott fighting his way down to about the 35-yard line. Murray. Addison in on the stop.
A gain of 2 brings up 2nd and 8 at the 35-yard line.
Now the Panthers going to use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave him with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this.
There you go.
Yeah, right there. 54 miles. You rush.
They go back to Elliott. He's been busy. And they'll get this one down to about the 20-yard line. 16 yards, a first down. Well, that looked like an example of what you said back in the first half. A running back of his size can really wear down a defense. I think he's starting to do that.
I think you're exactly right. And know what else he's doing? He's inspiring the rest of his team because they see this starting to happen as well. So that means they're going to redouble their efforts to help him out. Extra blocking, getting downfield, helping him out.
So after a good run by Zeke, another 1st and 10. Now they try the right side here. And all the way down inside the 5 to the 4. A good gain again. That's now 31 yards combined on those last 2 plays.
He's still rumbling, isn't he? Still looking fresh in this one despite the heavy workload. But you and I both know, well-conditioned, and he did tell us that he thrives on being at his peak late in ball games.
One receiver to the left is Cooper. They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he'll get blown up behind the line of scrimmage, back at the 6. So the Cowboys in possession of the football here as we get you reset. They've got a 2nd and goal now as they look to add a few more points here onto their total. On 2nd down, it's Elliott, and he'll take it into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. Ezekiel Elliott, his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Cowboys, they push out in front further. So Dak will bring the Cowboys up to go for the 2-point try. Here's Prescott. And this is going to be caught. So add 2 more to the lead as they continue to pour it on here in the 4th. Following the touchdown, here's Marr to kick it away.
And that drives coaches insane, doesn't it? When they see that happen, it just doesn't feel right, does it? Plus, you're giving up yardage.
Play clock down to 0, and this is not the way to start a drive. They were trying to create some space to run. They created the penalty.
And you work on it so much. You work on it so hard. But it's tough to simulate game speed in practice. And that often runs you into a penalty.
Now problems right out of the gate. We're going to get a delay. That's going to set them back 5 yards.